Clot sneakers. They're absolutely fire. It's almost a guarantee that you're going to get a fire sneaker when it's got the word Clot in it. For me personally, for the channel, and just for sneakers in general, Clot sneakers are just a great thing to have in your life. But like I said, for me personally in this channel, they are a very important thing to me because I always do the Clot sneakers. I don't know why. I do daily drops every single day, something about sneakers. Daily drops. It's extremely hard work to do a daily YouTube channel, but I still crack it out and do these daily drops, daily sneaker news and stuff. But that means, you know, there's only 7 days in a week, so I can't, you know, do every single sneaker that comes out. But when a Clot comes around, it's just about guaranteed that I'm going to be doing it. And they're very important to me because way back in December last year when I decided to take this channel daily, because it wasn't daily when I originally started it, so it's been almost a year. One of the very first sneakers I did was the Clot 13s, the Air Jordan 13s with the Clot. And so it's been, you know, the Clot thing has been a tie-up with me and my channel throughout the year that I've had these daily drops and the year and a bit that I've had this channel. So it's an important thing for me. So whenever I see Clots on the horizon, I definitely check them out and see if they're worth a review. And then when I saw these guys, I was just like, whoa, taking it to a next level. These guys are way up there, way up there. This is stratospherically the coolest sneaker I've seen in a long, long time. There have been a few sneakers that have taken my breath away over the last couple of weeks and months. One was the ZX 4000 4D I Can OGs. I talked about the non-OGs yesterday, the latest version of those, but the OGs took my breath away. And these guys here, and also the shattered backboard foam posits. I was like, whoa, they're fire. So I'm really looking forward to bringing you this review of the Nike Air Jordan 1 Mid Fearless Clots. Because I think it's just a fire sneaker. I love the brand. I love what they've done so far. And I love it when I get a sneaker and I think, you know, I'll have a look at that and decide if I want to bring it to the channel. And then I look at it and I'm like, yes, that's an absolutely stonking sneaker. So without further ado, let's get into this. The Nike Air Jordan 1 Mid Fearless Clot. This is a Talking About a 23 sneaker channel, Talking About a 23 sneaker channel des. Mainichi upstairs no de, mainichi meeting at a sign. Every single day I bring you content from Tokyo, Japan about upcoming sneaker releases, sneaker news and sneaker reviews. And today, that's absolutely no different, but we also slide in a little bit about the butter movement because I'm playing a game. If you don't know about that game, bang, there's a link to the game right there, but also there's a link in the description down below and both of those will explain how the game works. Basically, I drop a hint about an upcoming sneaker and then on Sundays, Shoe Butter actually shows us one of the rarest sneakers in the world. And today's hint is blue box. Blue box. So there's been 3 hints so far, another hint tomorrow and another one on Saturday, and then we'll have a look at one of the rarest sneakers in the world on Sunday, thanks to Shoe Butter. For now though, I do always say I want to keep the sneakers front and center and not let the butter movement stuff or the game stuff get in the way of the actual sneaker. So we'll have more about butter movement, more about the game later. For now, let's get into these Air Jordan 1 mids. It's been a, can I call it that? The year of the Air Jordan 1 mid, can I say that? Because there's been a lot of mids, and they've dropped in mostly sort of standard colorways. I think I can call it that. And by that, what I mean is, if you think of the Zooms, was it Zooms? The Air Jordan 1 Zooms that dropped recently that were all one sort of dark charcoal kind of grey black color, and then if you shone a light on them, they were kind of iridescent. Or if you think of the shattered backboard 3.0s, they're you know, a unique kind of colorway, a one-off. But what I'm talking about is, say, court purple or pine, is it pine green? Or that kind of color, your standard colorways. So there's been a lot of mids this year that have been in standard colorways. Of course, the highs, like I said, 3.0s and things like that have come in a variety of different colorways. But the mids have pretty much stuck to that standard sort of 3 colorway model, but not these. These guys are taking it way off in a completely different direction, and I'm looking forward to bringing that to you guys today. But before we do that, this is a YouTube channel and I need you to subscribe. Suddenly the channel's got just taken off right now. Something's happened, don't know what it is. My content's suddenly getting traction and people are watching for longer and watching more often. I appreciate that very, very much, but what I truly appreciate is people subscribing, because subscribing to a channel is the number one way you can support a channel. So thank you for subscribing if you have already, and if you haven't, please do subscribe down below. And don't forget the like button. If I forget to ask, you'll forget to click, so please click that like button down below. And as I am here in Tokyo, Japan, I do say at the start of every single one of my videos, 登録よろしくお願いします。登録すると助かるので、ぜひ登録よろしくお願いします。いいねクリックするとも助かるので、いいねも忘れずにclickしてください. Ooh, I've never said that before. That was a new piece of Japanese I slid in there. Anyway, yes, this sneaker, the Nike Air Jordan 1 Mid Fearless Clot. So Clot is a clothing brand out of Hong Kong, I think, if I remember rightly. So there's always a tie-up to sort of traditional Chinese culture in their sneakers. So if you think of the Air Force Ones that dropped earlier this year, there was a blue pair which you could strip away the kind of silk upper on them to reveal a different upper down below. But the detailing, it's the detailing on that blue pair that I'm interested in, because it's very, very similar to the detailing on these Air Jordan 1s. So you had those Air Force Ones with that sort of it's very kind of popping blue color, and then the detailing on it was in the same blue color. I love that. I love it when a sneaker has detailing in the same color as the upper itself, usually. I mean, not always. And that's the case here with these Jordan 1s, that it's a white, I think we could say white, it might be light gray, but it's a white upper and the detailing on it is in the same color. So it's not, I didn't like the Air Jordan 4 tattoos, for example, with that kind of intricate black detailing on a white upper. So I like it when the upper and the detailing match as they do here, and they have that rich kind of connection to Chinese culture and sort of Chinese traditional art and things like that. So as an upper in of itself, I think it's a great looking sneaker. It's got a sort of icy feel about it, even though it's not icy at all. I think that icy feel comes from the detailing mixing with the materials on the upper, and it gives you that sort of impression of iciness. But places to look for detailing on these though are quite interesting. I'm going to start down low and work my way high, and we'll start with the let's start with the outsole just very quickly, because it's a red outsole, but it's a standard red outsole. There have been 2 sneakers that have dropped from the Air Jordan 1 line over the last couple of months that had a very cherry red outsole. One of them was the Fly Ease, I think it was called, which is a sneaker designed to help people who have difficulty walking, to give them an option in the Air Jordan 1 line that had a really popping cherry red outsole on it. And the other one I think is the Blood Lines. The Blood Lines sneaker also had a very cherry red outsole on it. But these guys, it's a more traditional red. But it's important because it adds a bit of color to what would otherwise be a very monochrome sneaker, and I think it really helps to balance it out, so you're not just overly influenced by the sort of white or grey of the upper there. So we'll start with the outsole there. Then moving up to the swoosh. I just love it. I just love it. I love it when I look into a sneaker and dig into it and get closer up with it and find these details that I didn't really notice before. And the swoosh is one of the main features of this Clot iteration of these Air Jordan 1s, because of the way it fades out. It starts tight and really packed together in the front end of the swoosh, but as you can see probably behind me here, that as you kind of move towards the heel, that swoosh gradually fades its way out. It's just a really cool swoosh, and one of the main features of the sneaker I didn't really realize until I started looking much closer at these guys. So we've gone outsole up to the swoosh and then up to the ankle where the Wings logo should be. And is it? Yes, it is. The Wings logo is right there, but it's hidden. It's tucked in there with the same sort of feature and design of the upper, so it's not at all a popping Wings logo. Very often Wings logos will be in contrast to the upper so that they stand out. Sometimes they're in the same color as the upper, but usually not. In the case of these guys, because of the detailing, they blend in even more with the upper. But you can see behind me here that there is actually a Wings logo on there. And then finally getting right up to the top of the sneaker onto that tongue there, an interesting tongue with that white jump man above just the single word air on the black background of the tongue there. So so all in all, you know, that back half of the sneaker coming up top to bottom from the outsole all the way up to the tongue there, you've got some really major points of detailing and places to look at on this sneaker. But then we'll come down a little bit, angling our way down from the tongue through the lacing system to one of the main points on the front here is what they're calling in the promotional materials a medallion, but I'm going to contradict them, and I might be wrong to do this. So if I am wrong, feel free to shoot me down, shoot me like a dog. But if I am right, then praise me and raise me up. But either way, you know, one or the other. But that medallion on there, in Japan, where I've seen that before, is old coins. Talking like 150, 120, 150, that kind of 150 years ago. The coins that they had, you know, round about the end of the 1800s is what this looks like to me. I think it is a coin, or at least a designed like a coin from maybe 150 years ago. And particularly here in Japan, where I would have seen something like that, in that, you know, that time period, which they call the Meiji period here. And I hope I've been able to find a picture. If I haven't, I apologize. I hope I can describe it in such detail that you understand. But where I've seen this kind of coin before is not in, you know, coin size, but actually in, you know, huge size, massive like disc size. And where that would be hanging 150 years ago would have been in front of a bank, to signify that this is a bank and this is where you can get your money and things like that. So that would have been hanging out. You know, if the shop front is here, it would have, how can I do this? If the shop front, let's do it this way. If the shop front is here, then the coin would be hanging like, would be hanging out front of the shop so that people could see it. Maybe that was a better way to say it. See it. So if you're walking down the street, you can see the coin hanging. Oh, there's a bank. I'll get in there. And this is, you know, digital age, you know, we're talking 150 years ago, so, you know, it wasn't all billboards and lighting and stuff like that. So so for me, what that is down there on the bottom of the lacing system is a coin. You can see 4 Chinese characters on it there. I'm sure if it is a coin, it's a Chinese coin, but it looks very like a Japanese coin from about 150 years ago. And I'd be interested to know whether or not that is a Chinese coin or not. I know from a Japanese perspective that's what it looks like, but I don't know if in China it goes the same way. But that's the final thing I want to look at on these guys. All in all, an absolutely fire looking sneaker. I am not a wealthy man. I have to choose extremely carefully which sneakers to go for because I don't have much coin, pun intended. But these guys I'm seriously thinking about going for. I really, really like them. I think they're a really fine sneaker. I wouldn't wear them if I got them, I know that. I'd just be too scared to wear them, especially because of the light colour of the upper. And truth be told, I haven't worn either pair of my Bred 4s yet, and I apologise to you guys out there, and you can mash it up with me in the comments. But I need a reason to. And on Monday next week, I'll be bringing you a video about sneakers and stuff, opening a store here in Tokyo in mid-December. And maybe that's when, because one of the pairs I got was from the Sneakers and Stuff app, so maybe that's a place for me to wear those sneakers for the first time. But it's hard to wear Bonnie sneakers like this, so I know if I did get these, I'd be unlikely to wear them because they're just so fine. So, but anyway, that's enough about me and my sneakers today, or my choice of sneaker for today. And Barter Movement, guys, as I said yesterday, and I'll say again today, someone out there is looking over me. Someone's watching out for me because there's been a massive upturn on the video over the last couple of weeks, on the channel over the last couple of weeks. Whatever that is, whoever that is that's looking out for me, whoever that is that's making sure my content's getting seen and shared. Thank you if you're one of the sharers. Thank you very much, because sharing a video on your social media or places, groups and things like that is a massive way to help a channel grow. So whoever's doing that for me out there, let me know. Keep doing it. I appreciate it very much. It really is making a difference. And hopefully we can get on. I described yesterday about how I want to get the channel up past 1,000 subscribers so that I can then approach one of the sneaker stores here and say, look, I want to I want to tag up with you, and you let me use your sneakers, and I'll promote your store, and that way I'll get sneakers in hand more often. So grow. It's all a positive growth cycle right now at Tokyo Bara 23. Time to sign off though. Thank you guys for checking out my content as I do every day. I appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you watching my content. I appreciate your support. Some days, when the little subscriber counter ticks over, I really get, I have little moments, and it's just like, oh, warm fuzzies, I think people would call them. It's just, yeah. It's nice to do something that then, it's hard work. And then when somebody supports it and says, you're doing a good job there, it's nice to get that feedback. So thanks, guys. Thanks for your support. Thanks for your help. Thanks for helping the channel grow. Thanks for believing in me. And for now, though, I have to sign off and do what I do at the end of every single video, which is say that because I'm here every single day, you are guaranteed to see me tomorrow.